They need to know the implications of forcing a girl to bed when she doesn't want, because they see it as a normal thing in Africa. And they tell you that when a girl says she doesn't want, she's pretending, that means she wants. And they start with that attitude and they get into them. Hello everyone, good to be with you again. Today we're going to talk about this obsession about rape. Haven't you noticed that despite all the noise and criticism being made about rape, it is even more rampant? The more it's being talked about, the more it's on the increase. These days, they've even diversified. Fathers raping daughters, uncles raping nieces, cousins raping cousins, little ones. We now hear that they do it for several reasons. Some do it for rituals, some do it to appease their gods, different kind of reasons. We heard of a girl that was raped by her own uncle, and the uncle confessed that he did it because he wanted to get rich. How can a father rape his own daughter? A father is supposed to be this very big figure for his children. To me, especially his daughters, that whenever his daughter goes through pain, his shoulder should be there for them to fall on, not for the daughters to be raped. Many unthinkable things are beginning to take place in this world. I wonder, can this world ever go back to normalcy? Well, that is a question that needs to be answered. All we can do now is to try to curtail this barbaric act that is busy taking place each day. So what measures could be taken? A very big thanks to the Nigeria's Governors Forum. In their last sitting, they all unanimously condemned rape and said anyone caught in this barbaric act will face the full wrath of law. Thanks to every parent out there who has been having time to teach their children about the dangers of being raped. Please, do tell them to be careful with strangers. And even those they know, they need to be careful because those very ones they know can as well be rapists. Parents, enough attention should be given to our sons, the boys, as soon as they become teenagers. They need to know the implications of forcing a girl to bed when she doesn't want, because they see it as a normal thing in Africa. And they tell you that when a girl says she doesn't want, she's pretending, that means she wants. And they start with that attitude and they get into them. We have now seen that if we have to solve this problem, from all indications, we have to go down to the roots to solve this problem. From the native doctors who make people believe that they can acquire wealth and power by raping girls, to some particular set of men who believes that they have the right to sleep with a woman whenever they want, even when the woman says no. I've heard a man who said if that is the case, all men in Africa are rapists because they are supposed to sleep with their wife whenever they want to. Fine, I understand that in Africa, some cultures give the man the right to sleep with his wife whenever he wants so, not whenever the woman wants so. It's not supposed to be. I believe there's supposed to be a mutual agreement between the husband and the wife when it has to do with intercourse. It is also noteworthy that in our society, there are a lot of lunatics roaming about the streets as normal people. These are sick people. They ought to be checked. And they are not. We would have actually gone a very long way to checking this menace in our society. Thank you very much for your time. Just to remind you that this is the Things People Do TV. On this platform, we talk about things that affect our daily life and possibly finding solutions.